Hey there, Mom. I just wanted to let you know that I sent the $1,000 to your bank account.
Oh, thank you so much for doing that. It's always a big help when you send money.
Yeah, of course, no problem. But I had a question about Nancy. Is she getting any better? Do you know how much longer I'm going to have to send money like this?
You want to know how Nancy is doing? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Well, I just mean that Nancy went back home to recover, right? After she quit her job because she was getting too sick to work about 2 years ago. I remember her telling me that she was hardly mobile anymore and was going to move in with you and Dad. Anyways, I want to keep helping support her, but I just don't know if I can keep sending money at this rate.
Oh, that's right. That's why you've been sending money all this time. I had almost forgotten, to be perfectly honest.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Well, I suppose it was only a matter of time before I had to be truthful with you about this. The fact of the matter is that your sister Nancy was never sick at all. She's been living at home, but she's perfectly healthy. Not only that, but this year she met someone special, and the two of them are going to be getting married.
They're going to be getting married?
That's right, and to a really, really great guy, actually. He works for a big company and makes a ton of money, so I don't think we'll even need you to send us any more from now on. After all, your sister's husband is going to be making enough money to take care of all of us.
But just hold on a second. What do you mean Nancy is getting married? I thought she was sick and dying over there with you.
Oh no, of course not. Nothing like that at all. She's just been living her life over here the past 2 years, and in that time she met her rich, successful fiancé, and now they're engaged. I honestly couldn't be happier or more proud as a mother right now.
You mean that I believed that my sister was horribly sick for the past 2 years when she never even was? But this doesn't make any sense. I mean, you were the one that told me 2 years ago that Nancy wasn't doing well. You said she was shaky and could hardly move, and that's when you asked me to start sending you $1,000 a month to help take care of her. I was just doing that just for my sister.
Well, I really am sorry about the mix-up, Valerie. The fact of the matter is that we were just tricking you and using that money to help your sister find someone to marry.
You used all that money I sent to let Nancy go on dates with people?
Of course, you have no idea how much money has to go into making sure Nancy always looks good and has a new outfit for her dates. Honestly, if it weren't for the support that you were providing, I don't think any of this would have been possible. There's no way I could have afforded to do what we did with my pension.
But, I mean, I still don't get it. You told me that you wanted the money because things were getting really hard for you. You said that Nancy was wasting away in bed and that's why you needed my help. The whole time I've been living on a shoestring budget while telling myself that I'm doing it all for my sister.
Well, you were doing it all for your sister, and now thanks to you, she is finally going to get married. Aren't you happy that you helped her find that special someone?
That isn't the problem here, and you know it, Mom. I mean that you lied to me to get my money.
Well, who cares what the reason was? It isn't like you didn't end up giving up the money anyways. If you weren't able to pay us when you wouldn't have, I just saw that you had the spare cash and thought of a good way to put it to use.
But that isn't your choice to make. It was my money, and I thought I was giving it to a cause that wasn't even real.
You really need to get over yourself. You were only sending me $1,000 a month, you know. Are you really going to get so upset over such a measly sum?
I've been sending you that much money every single month for the past 2 years. And you kept up your lie all this time, too. You know that I was struggling with this, and you still had me believing it was true.
What do you want, Valerie? A trophy? The money you sent us is only going to be a drop in the bucket compared to what Nancy's fiancé is going to be helping us with.
Well, fine then. I guess I don't have to be sending any more money then, do I?
That's right. We're through with you. You can just go and get lost. Consider this my way of saying that you're out of the family. I don't need a daughter who can barely afford to send her mom $1,000 every month.
Well, fine then. I hope that you all get along great living off Nancy's husband's money. But I don't ever want to hear back from you or Nancy ever again.
Hey sis, thank you so much for sending the money again this month. I just want you to know that it's all thanks to you that I'm going to be able to get married now. And to such an amazing guy too. I really am thankful for all that you've done.
Well, there's a lot I'd like to say right now, but I guess I still do owe you a congratulations on your engagement. I'll be sure to send a gift for the two of you soon.
Oh, thank you so much. That really is so sweet of you.
But Nancy, I was just wondering, how are you doing? Like, physically, I mean. I remember that you were having some serious issues a while ago and that it got so bad you had to quit your work.
Wait, what? I thought that Mom already told you the truth, didn't she? Or are you still just that worried about me? You really are too nice sometimes, do you know that? How could I have gone on as many dates as I did if I was that sick?
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
I mean, yes, it is true I was having trouble at work and that's why I quit. But if I'm being honest, I was the source of all the trouble. Basically, I was sleeping with my old bosses and someone high up found out and so I was fired. That's all that happened.
Are you kidding me? That's why you had to leave your last job?
Yeah, so I didn't leave because I was having health issues or anything like that. It was basically just because apparently it's against company policy to use company property to conduct your affairs on.
I don't even know what to say to all of this. It's all been a lie. I don't know whether I should laugh or cry right now. This whole time I'd been so worried about you. And now I just feel like an idiot for ever even wanting to help you.
Oh, come on. You really shouldn't be so hard on yourself, you know? I mean, sure, you were stupid for not ever checking that I really was sick, but you still helped Mom and I out a lot.
This isn't a joke. I'm seriously upset with you right now. Do you have any idea just how hard my life has gotten because of the money I was sending your way? How many shocks and scares and worries I've had that still didn't stop me from sending that money to you every month? And all because I thought I was doing what was best for my family.
I think that you've done a really great job. I mean, it sounds like you've been working so hard, you might end up the sick one. But at least you can take pride in the fact that you've helped me find a fiancé, right?
No, I am through with you and I'm through with Mom. I never want to talk to either of you again. I won't even ask that you pay back all the money that I've given you up till now. Just please never talk to me again, okay? I'm going to go home and pack up my things, and that will be the last we ever see of each other.
Wait, you mean you're going to be coming here?
I'll be heading your hair soon. I just need to collect some of my belongings at Mom's house. I have some important documents and cards that are in a safe there that I need to pick up as well.
Well, I really don't think there's much point in trying to get those now. I mean, by cards, you mean the card for your savings account, right? Well, there's nothing left in there now anyways.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that we were hiding lots of things from you, like the fact that I used your money to pay off the lawsuit that my boss's wife was trying to serve me with. There was no way that I was going to afford paying something like that, so I just took a little from you is all.
I don't believe this. So on top of all the money I was giving you, you stole even more from me?
Well, it's not my fault that you left so many banking materials and stuff here at Mom's house.
I only left them there because I thought I was the only one using the account and I had hardly ever touched it. But you're telling me that you emptied out my savings account?
Yeah, but there was only like $30,000 in there, so it's all good.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to save up all that money?
Well, you should have seen Mom when I suggested the idea. She told me what your PIN number was for the card right away.
I can't believe that the two of you have been lying to me about so much for so long.
Well, it's not that we're not thankful for the money that you've been sending us. I mean, it's thanks to you that I'm finally going to be getting married.
Oh, I seriously can't stand you right now, Nancy. And you've been like this ever since we were little, too. You always used Mom against me and always had to have whatever I happened to be playing with or eating.
We sure did have some good times when we were younger, huh? But that's just what sisters do. Don't be so mad.
How dare you try and tell me how to feel about this?
Look, I thought you said that you didn't want to talk to Mom or I ever again, right? Well, then just go away so I can enjoy being married to my rich and successful husband. We're gonna start a happy family and have lots of kids. But it sounds like you have a lot of work to recoup all the money you've lost. Meanwhile, my husband works for Tower Corp and will never need to worry about money.
Your husband works for Tower Corp?
That's right. I guess I really haven't told you anything about my fiance, have I? Well, all you need to know is that Ben is smart and rich and just amazing. Not only that, but he's still in his 20s and already a manager at Tower Corp. He already makes over $100,000 a year. And now that we're engaged to be married, that means that all that money is going to be all mine.
So you're telling me that right now you're engaged to marry a manager from Tower Corp?
That's what I said. I know that you must be burning up with jealousy, huh? Especially after finding out the rest of the lies Mom and I were telling you.
But this isn't adding up still.
Well, that's tough, but I've got to go. I'm meeting my fiance for lunch and I'm not going to let you make me late.
Hey Mom, is Nancy's fiance really a manager at Tower Corp?
Well, look who it is. I thought you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Do you really want to do this right now?
Oh, I do. I thought I had finally gotten rid of you. Now what do you want?
Look, Mom, I just want to ask a couple questions about Nancy's fiance.
And just what is there to know? They've been together nearly 2 years. He's a rich and smart man, and it's clear that you're probably jealous of the two of them.
I'm really not jealous of Nancy at all, actually, but I just think that something is strange here, and that's why I'm checking.
What's strange, huh? You're just upset that your sister is such an amazing husband who is already so ahead in his career for his young age. Did you know that he even agreed to live in my house with Nancy once they're married?
Did he really say that?
Well, of course. He knows what it means to be a good son-in-law. And it helps that he makes so much money, too. I'm never going to have to worry about money again.
I don't know why I even bother with you sometimes, but whatever. Have fun living with Nancy's unemployed fiance.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
No, it's clear you don't want to talk to me. I'm leaving.
No, hold on just a moment. What do you mean Nancy's fiance is unemployed?
Well, Nancy says this guy is a manager at Tower Corp, right? But I've never seen that guy around the office once. So you might want to double check that you really know who that man even is.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I mean that I do remember a Ben in my office who sounds very similar to the man Nancy's describing, so I'm just wanting to look into them. He used to work under me.
What do you mean he was working for you? Where even are you working right now?
Oh, right, I suppose that I never told you, did I? I'm working for Tower Corp as well.
Wait, what? Since when are you working for a place like that?
Well, yes, and I'm very busy every day with work and meetings and projects. But I do know that I've never seen this Ben guy at any of those manager meetings, and I go to every single one of those.
But wait, so you're at these manager meetings?
Well, of course, I work as a manager for Tower Corp after all.
Wait, what? You're telling me that you work as a manager for Tower Corp?
This is literally what I just typed, yes. I started working there about 2 years ago. And apparently I did a good enough job to be promoted to manager.
But you never told me that. And you've had that job for 2 years? Why would you hide that from me?
Well, I just thought that you and Nancy were already going through so much at home. So part of the reason I applied for the job was because of the higher pay. But I didn't want you worrying about me as well. But even so, it was still so hard to keep up with all those payments to you and Nancy. I had to start budgeting really everything in my life. And right when I thought things were finally starting to settle down, I find out that you've been lying to me this whole time.
So then, does this mean that you're also making over $100,000 a year? I mean, if you're working as a manager there, then you must be.
Oh, I make plenty of money, but you're never going to see another cent of it. Anyways, have a nice life, Mom.
Valerie, are you there? It's so horrible. You were right. Ben doesn't have a job. He told me that he quit his job at Tower Corp not that long ago.
I knew it was the same person I was thinking about.
This whole time he was lying about his position in the company and how much money he makes while trying to get married. How could someone do that?
Yeah, how could someone lie through their teeth to exploit someone else like that?
I don't know what to do. The truth is I still want to marry Ben and we had our civil ceremony just yesterday.
So you mean that you and Ben are legally married now?
That's right. I know Mom wanted me to wait for the wedding, but I just couldn't. I love Ben and I wanted to marry him.
But you didn't find out that he was jobless until the next morning. Well, it sounds like you two have a lot to talk about now, don't you?
But you think that he'll be able to find another job soon, right? I mean, if he was working as a manager there, then everyone should want to hire him. Not only that, but he did go to good schools and all that. I'm sure he'll find a job just as good as the one he used to have.
Nancy, you do realize that Ben was never working as a manager at Tower Corp, right? Besides, I finally remembered who Ben was. He was a terrible employee who always tried to get the other to do work for him.
You're kidding me. And you're really sure it's the same Ben?
I'm 99% positive. He would always complain that the work was beneath him and have to pass it off to someone else. And when he would do his work and would point out little mistakes, he would call the rest of the staff stupid and say we didn't understand.
You can't be serious. Did he really act that way?
That's right, so I really don't see how someone like him could even make manager. But I remember the one day he stood up and said he was better than Tower Corp and stormed out of the office.
So, you mean he just left his job at a place like that? Out of pride?
Certainly seems that way to me, yes. And since that's how he left his job, I can't see him asking for a letter of recommendation. But I suppose that even after hearing all of this, you still want to get married to this no-good liar, right?
But you can't be right. I know my husband and he isn't like that.
And just how would you know that? You spent this whole time looking for a rich husband. Are you sure you did the proper research to make sure you found an honest and trustworthy one too?
Oh no, this is really, really bad. What am I supposed to do? Please, I need your help. Do you think I should leave him? I feel like we have no choice but to get a divorce. I mean, how am I supposed to be married to an employed liar?
I don't really see how any of that is my business. After all, I thought we weren't talking to each other anymore, right?
Wait, no. You're not just going to leave me like this, right? Please, don't you see that I really need you right now?
Of course I'm going to leave you like this. Why in the world would I ever want to help you? I thought I was helping you for years, but it turns out that you and Mom were just lying to me. I dedicated the last 2 years of my life to making sure that you and Mom had enough to get by, and really all I was funding was your scam of marriage. If you want money, you can ask your friends, but don't even contact me again or ask for anything. I mean it. After that, I started getting texts from my mom asking me to help my sister. I just told her that if she wanted help now, she would have to pay back all the money I'd given them in the past. Mom stopped texting me after that. I later heard through the grapevine that Nancy and Ben didn't end up getting a divorce after all. Instead, the three of them were living at Mom's place. They have all, however, had to go out and find jobs to support each other. I heard that Ben tried to apply to high-paying jobs with huge companies, but that no one was taking him without a letter of recommendation. Now all three of them are working part-time jobs just to make ends meet. As for me, I ended up blocking both Nancy and my mom's numbers when, after some trouble finding jobs, they began to text me asking for money again. I had told myself that I'd keep the lines of communication open in case either of them had a change of heart. When I realized they would only ever see me as an ATM, I knew what I had to do. Of course, it makes me sad to think about how things ended with my family, but I also knew that at the end of the day, I had to put myself first. It's not easy being lied to. But showing myself the respect I deserve is the first step to recovery.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, how much do we spend on eating in a month?
You never cared about the food expenses. Why the sudden interest?
It came up when my colleagues and I were having small talk. So, how much?
Depends on the month, but around $420.
$420? That's too much! Make it less from this month.
That's impossible. I'm already trying to manage it as I possibly can.
My colleagues spend way less than us. Why can she do it and you can't?
How should I know? Why don't you ask her how she's managing it? And what she cooks for herself daily, then I do as you say.
Fine, I'll get the details. Follow them.
Alright, but still, why all of a sudden? Even if the subject was brought up, forcing me to cut costs, did someone put you up to it?
We're thinking of having a second child, yes?
Yeah, Maya will be off to school in a few, and she wants a brother or sister.
Right? Not only for her. Before we were married, we agreed on having kids. But with kids comes money, and we were short on savings.
We've managed so far, and we have quite a large sum now. I've been saving where I can here and now. You've been working hard for us too.
But it's still not enough. What if something happens?
If you say so.
It's your job to manage the accounts, since you're not working. Sarah, how much did you spend on food last month? Is it down to around $70?
$70? No way. We brought it down to around $350.
What? Only that much? Why?
Why? I did everything just as your colleague said to. Well, mostly. There were some that were impossible to do.
Isn't your job as a housewife to make all the impossible things possible?
Easy for you to say. Every household is different. Sure, your colleague had some really good ideas, like make your own vegetables or buy groceries with coupons, but there are just things that can't be done.
Like what?
Like get milk from your aunt's farm, or ask your fisherman cousin if there's some trout to spare. There's no way that would work out on us. We don't know anyone who's a farmer or a fisherman.
You're from the rural areas. Can't you do something about it?
But I didn't grow up near a farm or a port, so no. There were some family-owned gardens, and that's about it.
Well, you're useless.
How dare you call me useless? What about you? You grew up in a port town. Don't you have any relations?
I don't.
Then we're both useless. Your colleagues had a lot of help from her family, according to the list she gave us. That's how she's managed to keep her food expenses low.
Then how can we cut down with the expenses?
How the hell should I know? Maybe if you stop drinking every night at home, you might make friends with some farmers or fishermen. I doubt they'll give us food, though.
Right. Then you go make some friends.
What?
Well, I can't cut drinking out of my life. Do something about it.
You know I can't. It's way more realistic for you to sober up.
I work all day to support you. You're telling me to give up my only relaxation?
You could find something else to get relaxed. Or maybe considering to drink less, like weekends only.
I would never give up my drinking. And if I were to, let's say, take away Maya's snacks also?
What the hell?
You're giving her way too much anyways. She's still only a kid. She doesn't need snacks. She'll grow up to be fat like you. Girls are always attractive when they're skinny. Make her have a diet.
I can't believe you're serious. For your information, Maya does not have her snacks every single day, and it's not even a lot.
Even so, cut it down. Do you understand? I'm getting back to work.
Wait, Tyler!
How much was last month's food expense? You had some help from the neighbors, no? Should have gone down quite a sum.
$210 last month.
$210? Better than what we started with, I guess. Down by half. But you can cut out more, can you? The aim is $70 a month.
The hell? There's no way I can cut down anymore.
Why are you giving up? My colleague was able to do it.
The neighbors helped us out of sympathy. They were sorry for Maya having to survive with no snacks. I can't go around begging for food every month. That's too pathetic.
Neighbors are supposed to help each other out. Tell them that and they will.
Then we need to give back the favor for helping us out last month.
What? Do they need our help with something?
Not that I heard of.
Then you don't need to give them anything back. You only need to help your neighbors when they're in need.
That's not how it works. You don't know because you're out working all day.
I work my ass off for you. Isn't that not enough?
Just because I'm a housewife doesn't mean I only do house chores. You never take care of our kid, so I'm bringing up Maya alone. And getting along with the neighbors isn't that easy.
Getting along with one of the neighbors is one of your chores.
I
also have to put on a good face with Maya's friend's mom. 1 foot out of the line has its costs. Who knows what will happen to Maya then? Have you ever thought about her future?
I work to support you and Maya. I give up my weekends for family time. What more do you want from me?
What do you mean by giving up your weekend? Don't you see that mindset alone is wrong? Don't you want to be involved with your own child's life?
She's the one who doesn't want me involved. She wants her mother.
Of course she'll be attached to me. I take care of her every day. You only talk to her when you feel like it. Her rejection is no wonder. Try talking to her persistently. She'll warm up to you.
Why am I the one that has to try? I keep the roof over her head.
That's nothing to be proud of. It's the parent's duty to bring up a child.
Shut up! Make do with 70 this month. If you can't, go around the neighbors for help. How much was the expenses last month?
$280.
280? Why has it gone up?
Because last month was summer break and Maya didn't have kindergarten. She had to eat lunch at home, and I can't exactly beg for food around the neighborhood anymore. I did my best to get discounted foods in the local market, but...
Didn't your mother send us some food? What happened to that?
we ate it all.
Why didn't you ask for more?
I told you, I haven't got the nerve to do that.
They're your parents. It's their job to provide their children. They expect children to be selfish.
Then why don't you ask your parents? By the way, your parents didn't give a thought when I told them about your obsession with cutting food expenses.
Are you bumming my parents?
The fuck? You expected me to bum my parents or the neighbors.
Don't be cheeky with me. Fine then. This month's food budget is $7. Work with that.
So you're fine with eating bean sprouts every day?
Huh?
You heard me.
Yeah, I'm okay with steak and bean sprouts.
The hell? Who said anything about steaks?
What?
I said bean sprouts only. We still have some seasoning left. But if I use that up, there'll be no options other than boiling.
You're kidding, right?
You don't go grocery shopping, so you wouldn't know this, but buying some fresh veggies and meat can easily use up $7. But bean sprouts are a bit cheaper than most vegetables, so we can manage for a few days.
Are you seriously going to serve bean sprouts? Without steak?
Yes, I am. A bag of bean sprouts is about 14 cents. We can go 50 for $7 a month and split it between the three of us.
50 bags for 3. Okay.
That might sound a lot, but there's 30 days to this month. So we can use up to 1.6 bags a day. Split it to 3 times a day and sustain 3 people. Here's the question. How many sprouts can one person eat a day?
Sprouts? Is my portion going to be that small?
There will be days when I have to pack Maya's lunch. You'll be eating bean sprouts that I packed for you this month as well.
What? Can I eat at the cafeteria or at restaurants?
Hell no. Your lunch money also came from our food expenses. Oh, and I have to tell the kindergarten beforehand that we're to be sustained only on bean sprouts this month. Because of my husband, lol.
Okay. I'm sorry. Please don't make me eat only bean sprouts for a month.
That's alright by me. You never do housework or spend time with your child. Don't you ever tell me what to do in this house. Understood? Tyler, what the hell did you tell your mother? She was so mad at me on the phone.
I only told her about our conversation over lunch today.
You only told her the bits that were to your advantages, huh? Coward.
Who are you calling a coward? I told her word for word.
Oh, but she was surprised. How can you only serve your husband bean sprouts for lunch?
It's the truth.
You didn't tell her that you were planning on a $7 food budget this month and told me to beg around the neighborhood for food.
Okay, maybe some details got left out.
Well, I told her everything.
What?
Your mother hung up the phone so embarrassed. She didn't apologize. That was annoying. I guess apples don't fall from the tree.
What do you mean by everything?
Mainly about your behavior. At first, she believed in her own son. But gradually, she caught on all the shitty things he's done and then hung up so abruptly. Lol.
So basically you harassed her.
Where did that come from? I only told her the facts.
Going against both your husband and his mother in the process, that's why you're a failure as a wife.
Like I care. Your ideals for a wife are too unrealistic to achieve, lol.
What?
Careful, or you would be eating bean sprouts every day. You wouldn't want that now, would you?
You threatening me? You seem to act like you're superior to me, but that won't go long.
What are you planning on doing now? I'm not letting you touch a hair on Maya's head.
I'm not giving you any more money. From now on, I'll be managing the accounts.
And how are you planning on doing that? You don't have any domestic experiences.
If you can do it, so can I. I'll put it off. From this month. For now, do with the money I'm giving you. And bean sprouts are not an option. Hey, Sarah. Where the hell are you? The lights are out in the house. You and Maya are gone. We're playing hide and seek, are we? Come out, wherever you are.
Maya and I, we're staying at my parents' house. And we're never going back to that house.
What do you want about?
You're happy as long as you have your daily alcohol, not caring about our welfare.
You knew I've been drinking?
Since you started to manage the accounts, you've been out drinking a whole lot more. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what's going out, lol.
Well, I put money to the house. I keep the roof over your heads. A little pint of beer won't hurt anybody. In fact, I have the right to be rewarded for my hard work.
If only it were a little pint. You're strict on everybody else but yourself.
What did you say?
I am no longer in need your financial support.
And what do you mean by that?
I told you we won't be going back to that house. Don't you get it? I'm leaving you.
What? Are you serious? You can't divorce me. Don't be full of yourself.
Can't you find it yet? I left the signed divorce papers for you on the kitchen table.
Huh? Oh my God. Are you really serious about this?
That's what I've been telling you. Stop making me repeat myself.
What are you going to do with Maya's kindergarten? You can't make her go there from your parents' house. It's too far.
No worries. I already filled out and turned in the transfer papers. She'll be starting a new kindergarten next week.
And she's okay with that? She can't just leave her peers.
I'm so glad she's an extrovert. She was sad at first, but soon enough she got excited to meet new kids.
No problem there then. How about work then? You can't bring her up without the money. Are you going to bum your parents? You hated the very idea.
Oh, that? I'm going to be helping out my dad's bakery. He needed the help and he's paying me for my time, of course. It's a win-win for the both of us. Lol.
No problem there too.
Yup. I'm not only divorcing you, I'm charging you for alimony and child support.
Alimony and child support? Why should I? Alimony is for when there's an affair.
Alimony can be charged in mentally abused situations as well.
Mentally abused? I never abused either of you.
You're thinking of straight-up violence. It's not. You won't give us money to live. Even if you did, it wasn't enough. There are reasons enough to charge.
For that only?
You seem surprised, but cutting expenses when knowing your family will suffer is a dick move. And while using money freely for yourself, how would you feel when that's forced upon you? Try and live with that little money. Could you do that?
So you're saying a man can't manage his own money?
I didn't say that. If you'd given us the right amount, there wouldn't be any complaints. Which in your case, didn't happen, verifying from $7 to $70 a month.
But you managed.
I didn't. How could I? I had to take money from my savings account. And I had to take help from my parents. I was desperate to survive. There is no way I managed.
I didn't know that.
I've been telling you over and over, we couldn't survive with that little money. But you ignored me and went on spending for yourself. This is why I can't do this anymore. Sign the divorce papers and get on with it, will you?
Wait, Sarah, I just wanted for us to have a simpler life. For our future. For our family. Please understand, Sarah.
You say stuff about family when you yourself wasn't bothered to take care of them. Do you even hear yourself? You've done basically nothing for us. Because you're working, because you're paying for our expenses, so the housewife could do everything else? I can't live with a person who thinks like that. Fuck you. Try and live by with $7 a month. I blocked my husband's number after that and got a lawyer to talk with him. As a result, I successfully got the alimony money and child support. The divorce papers went through, so I'm a free person. According to our mutual friends, his company found out the reason of the divorce, so he's having a hard time at work being alone. He sold the house and moved in with his parents. The neighbors talk, of course, so his mother's stressed out on all the gossip. I don't know what'll happen in his future, but for now, I have my daughter, my supportive parents, so I'm enjoying my life to the fullest.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.